We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. Yes, the AMA is live at, I think it's about 10 o'clock. And Antariksh has metamorphosized into Amit because of usual pending issues like Powai to where we are is far
traffic,
away.
unpredictable traffic. That's been the same for the last.
That's been exactly the same. And on my GPS is showing 32 minutes. But for some reason, anything could happen on the road, and Silvery might be. By the way, he's listening to this while it's live, so
I doubt
he can send us a message with his.
Let's see. Maybe he does.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, Amit is here, not to worry, and we were just discussing William Dalrymple, who was on our show.
Hopefully, you'll see that episode in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. What a fabulous time we had.
And what a great book. Usually, I mean, like, we can pitch the book, or we can, push the book here as well. I mean, it's an amazing book.
The Golden Road. It's a metaphorical road about India being the greatest trading partner of all time, especially in the early part of the last two millenniums. And the fact that we're undersung because people are pushing the China agenda. Delhi will love me now.
Yes.
The China agenda
The
too
China
much.
agenda,
And
yes.
China is the big trade route with the Silk Route being overdone. And you got to watch the episode where he explains everything.
I think, like, one of the really interesting things about that is Silk Route's over land and is, like, expensive and difficult to travel that. The Golden Road was over the sea.
Yeah.
Which was essentially a lot safer at the time.
And a lot more places are covered. You're just going to Shanghai, basically. In one point, but here we are going everywhere and coming everywhere. And we have 3 or 4 ports. Calicut being the oldest. There was something in Gujarat. There was something somewhere else. In Orissa, that area, Puri, whatever. So we had 3 or 4 ports functioning well before anybody else did. And man, we were rich. Things were great. I'm saying we had no concept of we, of course. We were small principalities that continued. But in a sense, what we are today from this subcontinent.
I wonder if it really did, though, right? I mean, like, because again, I know that
nationalism, Baba.
No, not nationalism, but basically India, the name India, Hindustan, all of it comes from basically on the other side of the Indus.
They made those names.
Right. No, but it's on the other side of the Indus, right? So even if there isn't a local sense of nationalism, collectively, I think people perceived India as a thing.
For them, from outside, yes. But from inside, I'm saying, so we had Chandragupta Maurya, we had the Magadha Empire, which was pretty huge. We had a few big empires, with later on the Cholas, which is probably the biggest of all, the lot, Chalukyas, etc., Mughals, all the way down. So we've had empires, but I don't know whether Indians from north, south, east, and west, as we know it now, thought of themselves as one group. I don't think that idea ever came before the last century.
I would say that that's probably true, but there is a racial homogeneity to India, just generally in that sense as well.
Not just racial. I know we have lots of languages,
cultural,
but there are similarities.
Racial. I mean, but again, that's part of the interesting thing with
words like
Benchot,
right? Bring us together. All parts of the country use it. For example, just to give you an example. So there is, as you say, homogeneity in spite of diversity. It's a very strange paradox about India. We are actually the most diverse and yet homogeneous.
True.
It's amazing. Wow, I should write a book. I'm so intelligent.
Hey,
what a philosopher.
Let's think about that.
All right. So, Amit, the ball is in your court.
Yes. Okay. So, I think...
Why are we getting the chat? I'm getting no chat.
I'm seeing the chat.
People should be saying, bring back Aditi and all that. I'm not getting any of that. Don't you dare laugh.
That's not...
Abhay, sir.
That's not...
That's mean. Yeah. No, but I'm just repeating what they say. Silvery was always late.
So, I think the first place we wanted to start with was... Are cryptocurrencies back due to Donald Trump's win? And actually, let's talk about Trump and the election and all that. I've not been on it.
No, let's hit the cryptocurrency immediately because this what you're saying is what a lot of people have been telling me, go and buy crypto now, this, that, and the other. And now you've been in the crypto universe from the very first day. You also, we brought a lot of people on here.
I wouldn't say I've been in the cryptoverse from the very first day.
You were
I'm aware.
You were clued in from day one.
I'm aware.
I was more conservative, let's be honest, even though I worked with
I backed out like very early on, right? I mean, like also because it got like to the point where it's like essentially just gambling.
Too good to be true also.
No, so it's,
Then was it too good to be true?
It was, no, it's still, so it's weird, right? Like, so cryptocurrency from a technological perspective, I think is amazing. Right, the idea that you can make payments as easily and as traceably as you can with crypto is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, right? But I think one of the challenges that occurs is that Bitcoin can't be a currency, Bitcoin is something that's value fluctuates so much that basically if I pay you today and you have to pay somebody tomorrow,
You can't say.
you can't say that the
Yeah.
money that I paid you is going to be
I
sufficient
think
for
this is
you
how
to
the
pay out
Maharashtra elections
tomorrow.
are decided on this. Because if the crypto didn't go up, then the voters are going to get really upset. Money changes hands.
But I think that's like, that's one of the challenges. So like, are you aware of a company called Stripe?
I am now.
Okay, so Stripe is one of the biggest payment processors in the world, right? So like all of the basically when you go online and you make a payment to an international company, chances are that it's Stripe that's doing it. They recently bought a company which is doing what's called a stable coin. And a stable coin is essentially a one-to-one linked USD to cryptocurrency kind of thing, right? And so they kind of make it work in that sort of way. And I think that's the kind of
Okay, quickly, because Silvery has walked in.
Yes, I know. I see
We
that.
need to put him in, but quickly just finish this thing on the
Yeah.
crypto thing. So with the Trump wave, are we going to have a second rebirth, or are we?
I mean,
it's too presumptuous at the moment.
So I think crypto as a technology, 101%.
It's here to
Bitcoin
stay.
probably in some way, shape, or form. Ethereum,
What does that mean, Amit? So do we invest or not? People
I
listening.
mean, cryptocurrency is market
Put
risk.
your money on the table. Tell me yes or no. It's a bullish market now back for crypto.
So I'm not putting money into it living in India.
No.
Dude, who knows if you'll be able to get it out?
But okay.
If you live in India, I would not put that money in. If I lived in America,
happily.
Yes.
Happily we all live in. Happily we all live in. Repeat. Happily we all live in India.
Yeah. If I lived elsewhere, then
you do. You're a citizen of the United States of America, where your new president awaits you in January.
I'm a tax resident of India, and I live in India. And
but you can purchase crypto there.
No, I make money in India, dude. So I don't have money in America right now.
That's what they all say.
Well, that's what I say.
I've been talking to the members of parliament in the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly as well, and I must tell you. Anyway, Amit, thank you so much for joining us. But this young man has come all the way from Powai, albeit a few minutes behind schedule. But hey, leopard is a leopard, a tiger is a tiger, a pussy, cat is a pussy.
Hello.
Cat. Hello.
I made so much money on crypto. Such good times.
Do Amit's voiceover.
Hello. Welcome back, Antariksh. How's it? It's like to be back.
It's 4 hellos. You're rusty, bro.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. It's hello.
So people don't get to see this.
Yeah.
There are 2 cameras in between us right now.
Is there?
Yeah. And there's like lights pointed right in our faces.
What were you doing shooting something just now?
Oh, this was so I got this new little camera that I'm really excited about. That I like to just shoot random stuff with.
Okay, for those who are under 16, I apologize, but Silvery is also an erotic adult filmmaker.
Yeah, correct.
And at the moment, he's shooting only himself alone. But soon to get married in 3 weeks.
And then I have a partner.
Then he has a
who
partner
can
to
hold
shoot
the
him.
camera. Yeah,
Yes. We went for the same
exactly
gag,
right,
Sandy. How sad. Yeah.
What's up, man, Cyrus?
Any words on crypto since we opened with that? You also were into it. I remember back in the day.
Man, I'd gotten into it because of all the hype around it back during the pandemic. And then I completely lost the plot, man, because I didn't follow along what the trends were in the crypto space. I completely got bought out.
The bank and said, I'll sit on it for some time.
No, I completely bought out.
Oh, you bought out?
I completely, yeah, dude. I made I put in like some 30K. I made 70K on top of that.
And you sold for 1 lakh.
Yeah, some like very good.
I know you're Punjabi, but let's do the maths here.
Correct. Yeah. Like about a lakh.
That's not too bad. But now, what do you think you should have held?
And now I feel I should have had.
Yeah.
It could have gone up to like maybe 2 lakhs.
Instead of listening to our stupid show, you should listen to the finance show. Paisa Vaisa.
Yeah, Paisa Vaisa.
They are the ones to guide you, bro.
They're still around?
Yeah, very much. The only show surviving.
Oh, and
all the other shows are dead. This is the only one survives Paisa Vaisa.
Nice, huh?
More the Vaisa than the Paisa.
Yeah.
Vaisa is standing alone.
It's somehow.
It's
standing. There's some great stories that Prithvi, the producer, has shared.
Have you met Prithvi before?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I was on, he was just introducing himself to you.
Right.
And he made a big mistake about saying that he had worked for Channel V when he had in fact worked for MTV.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he said, I worked for Channel V.
Oh, he said you worked for Channel V?
He's 26 years old, Baba.
Oh, yeah.
Which is but he's also a rapper. Like,
he's a rapper?
Now, this is not a joke. He's like, that's his real passion. And if you're nice, at 11 o'clock or 10:58, he'll rap for us for 1 minute.
Let's go.
Yeah? Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm.
And he's written his own lyrics and all. He's like a proper rapper.
Wow,
he's not a rapper who likes rap.
He's on Spotify and all?
Yeah. He's not yet. He's not a P. Diddy fan in that sense. That's
okay, he doesn't attend the free cops.
No, not yet. He's what we call a conservative rapper.
Man, have you heard everything about the P. Diddy thing?
I love those stories.
That story is one of the best stories.
I'm telling Mr. Vijayakar, why are we in those parties?
Correct, yeah.
Party, Bombay time. Kya hua Bombay time?
I'm sure. I am so sure during that time when all these freak off parties are happening,
Yeah.
dude, there were rappers who did not get invited and they felt so bad.
Yeah, they didn't make the cut.
Yeah, they felt so
You're not
embarrassed.
pedophile enough, bro.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
not gay enough, whatever it
Exactly.
is. What's the whole deal with pretending not to be gay and all that in a country like
It's a
America?
rapper thing, man. It's a black rapper thing.
But they're all gay, but they pretend not to
Yeah,
be gay. What's the deal? I don't get that.
That's the thing.
Because they're in a country where there's no problem being gay. So what's the
Correct,
problem?
but it's about being hard, dude. Being, one of those like a gang.
So you're a gangster, so you can't
Yeah.
actually be gay. So in your
Yeah.
mind, you're not gay, but you're gay.
Yeah, it's like the Norm Macdonald joke where he goes
Yeah.
on Conan and he's like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a deeply
yeah,
closeted
yeah,
gay
yeah,
man.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
gay? How dare you?
Yeah.
I'm not gay.
Yeah. Kunal, if you're listening.
Okay, deeply closeted. But yeah, for
He's
sure.
got a big
Dude,
closet, yeah.
the kind of people now that are involved in that Diddy story
Wow.
is
But what do you
insane.
this Oprah and all can't really. I mean, I can't see a freak off.
No,
party with-
correct.
She must be going home at 1 o'clock.
I
You know,
agree,
we
I
buy
agree.
Oprah auntie. अभी तेरे को जाने का,
और-
हम लोग को
और-
party करने का.
Dude, black people are
Hey.
like black men are into plump women.
I'm into plump women.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So
Why are you
Oprah
making
could
it
well
into
have
a
been Oprah could
race
well have been
special?
part of it, dude.
Bro. You
That's
said
what she
all
was
the wrong
invited.
things in 1 minute. You're
That's what she
cancelled.
was
You
invited.
go back to your crypto. Hold your crypto tightly and go to sleep with your Bitcoin. If you can get it. Yeah.
Dude, then Beyonce, Jay-Z were involved.
Oh, so that guy is definitely like his name is Mud now. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z's.
No, Jay-Z also by
But the
as
thing
the
is,
second partner in this
the thing
group.
is only
What
as of
can-
now. I think
Okay,
all this will slide over for
Mud
that,
has
dude.
flown. So
Yeah.
people like me who don't see, you're more hip guy. You know all this, right?
Sure.
So you have an understanding what's happening. I have no idea, and now I know.
Yeah.
So can you imagine
correct.
when people like us know the next generation of people away from
The
rap?
first thought in your mind is that when you
No,
think of
because
that person, right?
how do their name is spoiled already? We can't bring it back, right? Because that's in my head now.
But
and this what's her name? J-Lo.
J-Lo,
What's her story, bro?
dude, so her story is very worth listening to. Okay, so basically what happened is J-Lo and Diddy were dating back in the day.
Yeah.
And there's like this big story of them going into a nightclub. Okay, and then a
Some
gun
gunshot.
going off.
Yeah.
And one person from the
This was in Gurgaon.
yeah, correct. they were
Give me geography. You're the geography
Yes.
king, bro.
Correct.
In Gurgaon, J-Lo wandered out. Baljit said, "Oh, man, the corner."
Yeah. So the gun got shot.
Yeah.
Like a gun went off. They say, but
What
people
is gun went off?
Yeah, people.
This is a really lazy
thing is-
defense, yeah.
the thing
A
is-
gun went off.
I don't know how it happened.
I was eating idli
Oh,
sambar on the side. And
I don't know. Anything. But the thing is, they still haven't been able to tie it to Diddy, even though these guys left in the car after the gun
But he shot.
was shot. So they say.
Was-
But they left immediately after the gun gets fired. These
Somebody
guys
got
leave the
shot or
venue.
not?
Yeah,
A
somebody
lady got
died.
shot, no?
Somebody died.
No, I think
Yeah,
she just
yeah.
got shot in the face
No.
but recovered.
No, they got shot in the face and died, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oops.
So the thing is, they kept saying, "Oh, J-Lo was the one carrying the gun," and then she handed it off to Diddy. Is one story. Another story is that Diddy was the one. He fired it, and then they left in the car with the gun. And then they had two guns apparently on them
Yeah.
because one gun they threw on the way to wherever they were going, and the second gun was found on the passenger seat.
So what are you saying? The
of the
album
car.
should be not Jenny off the block, it's Jenny off the Glock.
Jenny of the
Yeah.
nice, wow,
Nice, you like that,
very
guys?
nice.
You know
Very
your guns,
nicely
huh?
done,
Hey
man.
boy,
Wow, man.
North Maharashtra mein both hai na ye
Yes.
activity.
Yeah. These guys and Salman would be very good friends.
Glock you, man.
These guys are good friends with Sanjay
You-
Dutt.
Mother
Black
Glockers.
buck killings.
Where are you taking this? Leave
I
them
don't know. I
alone.
just try to
What
get
have
it
they
in.
done compared to these
Get it-
guys? Yeah, this is fucking pedophiles and raping men and boys and
true.
all that, bro. If
That's
it's true, it's ridiculous. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lawrence Bishnoi should put out a hit on them.
Lawrence Bishnoi is not into rap. We already checked that. I mean,
Hey, Lawrence
RIP.
Bishnoi has gone international, dude.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's
In
the
Canada,
biggest
there are coins coming out now, apparently.
thing. Yeah, crypto coins.
Lorenz.
Yeah.
His name is Balkaran. Please call him by his real name.
Balkaran is his
That's
name.
his real name.
Really?
You're Punjabi. You explain it to
Oh, I
me.
did not know that, dude.
Yeah, it's always like
That's
that,
his
right?
name.
Your name is Silvery. Antariksh. Come on,
Balkaran.
come on.
Wow.
What the hell are you talking about?
Balkaran,
That's his
mere
given
Balkaran,
name.
Bal Arjun
His
aayenge.
given name is Balkaran. It's not Lawrence. Lawrence, I don't know where it came from.
That's crazy.
And when you hear Lawrence, it sounds like he's the guy who's educated abroad or something.
That's true. Exactly right, dude. Yeah.
But he's just another,
He's
you know.
some Gouty
Yeah.
from fucking-
He's more Balkaran than Lawrence. For me, I always think of Karan Johar, of course, when you
Yeah.
have the name Karan. Because him being the most prominent Karan right now I
Sure.
can think of. So I'm just thinking how different two Karans are. Growing up at the same time, same
Yeah,
age.
correct.
One has, people in Canada. And one has...
One is Balkaran, one likes balls.
Yeah. Oh,
That's,
la la la.
Guys, I mean by that, guys.
I plead the fifth
men.
and move on. Yeah.
How much do you think?
Let's see. Let's take the chat in now, bro. You're the guy who does
Yeah,
this.
I will do that. Just one
Oh.
question though. How much do you think you can badmouth someone like Lawrence Bishnoi before you become on the hit list?
Bro, but we are not big enough. Now, he doesn't know who the hell we are.
True.
Just not a voice. You've got to be like a top Bollywood star or something. But it'll be very difficult for them. Yeah, I think we're safe, honestly. We've gone nowhere in 9 years. Thank God for that.
So like, someone at the level of Salman Khan is in. Now someone at the level of like Ranveer Singh, Ranbir Kapoor. Can they
all those guys?
All those guys
they can't.
They can't.
Because it'll become clickbait everywhere, no? And he's obviously sitting there in prison in Ahmedabad going, Mera naam ka mention kisne kiya? Silvery.
How the fuck?
Okay, chota influencer.
Man, if they know he is operating like this huge gang in all of India, how is he allowed internet access? How is he allowed comforts?
Bro, Al Capone was running things for 3 years. This is going on all over the world, yeah.
But I know, but how is it allowed?
Human factor. You pay a little money, things get done. The rich, when they go to jail, very often have a very different life from the less rich. I mean, I know in Tihar, people who play badminton, no, I won't take names, ministers who have been arrested.
What are you doing in Tihar?
There's one guy, famously, who was a cabinet minister once. He had a marker, what we call a professional.
Yeah.
A guy coming to teach him, coach him for baddie. It's almost like he's in a club. So you got your own coach coming, and then every evening, 5 o'clock, he'd have a session with the coach. The coach would come and they would play to improve. As his alternate career was badminton, science and technology in India, and then straight,
And then, dude, it becomes so easy then. If all these people are allowed to come and meet you, you can easily.
So let's not
this guy.
Let's not be naive about this. It's not an India thing. This is a world thing. I think influence and power allows you a little bit of stuff and money.
But now when we know he has claimed killing Baba Siddiqui and all that shit. How is he still allowed access to the internet?
Bro, because only you and I care. The people who are actually guarding him, it's a different world altogether. They've got bills to pay, put a son through school, shit like that.
Fair,
He's taken a second lover. He's got to pay for the child that's going to be born. So you got this one constable going on. Come on, give me some money. Here's the phone. It's over.
What are the biggest advantages of knowing a gangster, you think? There must be, right? There must be a huge advantage.
Your Hindi is acceptable because they're worse than Parsis.
That's true.
What they've done to the language. I'm talking about Mumbai gangsters, of course.
Sure.
I don't know why they all became into these Apun and all that. They all came from I don't know where it happened. Yeah. Suddenly overnight, they destroyed the language.
Yeah,
just came out as something else.
Like I've heard stories. I've heard stories of people being offered houses. By gangsters.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like implied that I own you now.
Yeah.
But
now you do what I want.
Stay in this fucking lavish house, dude. Enjoy, have a good life.
Yeah.
When I need you, I'll call you.
Yeah. But when I need the house, I'll be using it.
Yeah.
For
exactly.
freak off parties and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the catch.
Yeah.
They will make it as a means of like money laundering or whatever.
Works here. Tejas?
Yeah, he does.
His house was given by a gangster.
Oh wow, which one?
I can't take names, it won't be right and all that. Any moment when the gangster wants to use it for his personal, affairs and all, Tejas has to stay on the footpath.
Oh, that's why Tejas is here the entire time.
He sleeps the night here.
Yeah, that's right.
But the rest of the family is kept downstairs. I mean, this is the hard life, bro. It's not easy. Come on, let's take they want Lawrence. That is a cop. So he gets the privileges, guys. I think.
Yes.
Rishikesh. You see, the chat is more.
Okay, they are huge.
And if they're lying, they're good lies.
Chat is very active. Shweta, hi. Hamisha, hi. All the regulars. Ramanathan, Neelakantan, hi guys. Karan Sethi. One question has been presented to us on screen. Oasis Bisht has asked, thoughts on the Tyson versus Paul match?
I cried.
Because Tyson,
I'm a huge Tyson fan.
Yeah, sure.
And I watched almost, as a young man in the 90s, he started in 86. I watched almost everything because
really?
Our satellite TV just happened then. It was free for us. It was paid for view for my sister in America, but I got it all free. So I get up at 5 a.m. and watch these fights.
Wow, man.
I'm a huge fight fan. And then to see a 58-year-old man, he was looking like, for me, it was like Kunal Vijayekar fighting my son Mikhail.
You're saying he shouldn't have done this?
Of course not. He looked horrible. Yeah, the capacity is not there. Now, when the capacity is not there, what are you doing?
Nimbleness is not there.
It's called a fight. There's no fight. It's so much so that the poor Jake Paul is being nice to him and trying not to hit him after some time. He's just keeping him at bay if you watch the fight. I mean, because he was out of oxygen. It suddenly became slower and slower. The first round was okay. After that, it was all downhill.
Yeah, I saw
it was worse than my career the way it was going. I was like, what the hell? Stop this.
I did see a part of the fight, and after each round, Jake's the guy who talks to him between rounds, right?
Starting to kill him, to finish him off.
That dude started getting more and more cocky.
It's called the second, huh?
The second is called.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that could
Coach.
start getting more cocky.
Yeah.
Like first he starts off like,
No,
hey
because
man,
they
you
were
got
already-
this.
They knew the match was over.
They knew the match
It was
was
saying
over.
finish off the old man.
Yeah, like just finish
I
him
thought
off,
that was a bit
man.
mean because
He
the guy.
can't move. He's old. Like, dude, come on. Poor
Suffer.
guy, dude. One of the legends of boxing.
Exactly.
You do him this dirty.
I mean, it would be
Whatever.
like getting Abbas to touch his toes, you know. I mean, you don't. What's your capacity? Is your capacity? You can't, wait for hours and all for something to happen. What is the point of it? See, you didn't
Yeah.
see the whole fight. If you saw
I
the
did
whole
not see the
fight
whole, yeah.
and you're a fight fan, you'd have felt really bad. Because
I-
this is one of the greatest
I
of
get
all
it.
time. You've seen him at his pomp. The beast that he was. The first
Man,
2-3 rounds
scary.
always untouchable because of
Scary.
power, speed. He would go
Correct.
under his ducking technique and pop, 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 pop.
I have like I
The
have
jab of his.
I have thought about this because someone with that amount of skill, with
Yeah.
that amount of rivalry around him,
Yeah.
you see him in person, you will get nervous, dude.
No, that's all there. So reputation was there. That was there.
Yeah.
So Jake Paul's mom, let's call her Mrs. Paul, though her name is Lavina. So she kept calling up the fellow and saying, bro, be careful and all, because the reputation of Mike Tyson is there.
Yeah.
There's always a chance that one right or left will land.
Dude,
properly.
anything, yeah.
that
If
kind
it
of
goes
shit.
in the right,
But after 2
head
minutes
and
of
all.
watching it, you could see the difference between 27 and 58. This
That's
is
true.
why Prabha Devi, when you go out to vote, don't push my friend Kunal Vijayakar around. He's 60. All right?
Okay.
Go ek rate and all that. Just be nice. Old people are also human beings.
Yeah.
Irritating,
Hey,
but also human beings.
man, in fairness to Kunal, he can eat like a 27-year-old.
He can't. He's like a what I call chidia. We call him. We
Or
call
he
him birdie.
tastes and leaves it.
It's all acting, bro.
It's all it is actually.
This man, the fraud that Kunal has propagated in Khane Mein Kya Hai, I will destroy it slowly.
I was on Khane Mein Kya Hai, Aate Rahe Khate Rahe, one of their shows.
That's
I
the
was
other
on that.
guy.
Yeah, the other Mohit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you should come on this show to see the truth about how much this man eats. You know the truth about food, right?
Yeah.
So if you start eating less, your stomach goes into this, your brain and stomach come into a alliance where they want less only. And you start eating more. Like for bodybuilding, or if you're eating more, you crave more food.
True.
After some time,
Yeah.
you reach a point where you need more. You need 4,000 calories. The other guy needs
Fair
1,000 calories. So Kunal is exactly like Naomi Campbell at a pomp who ate one meal every 3 days.
Oh.
He's eating like a bird. It's a very sad. And the paddle with
Hey,
Mike
but
Tyson.
that means he's gotten very good at acting because
No, his stomach is
Khane Mein
strong.
Kya Hai is
No.
very
he
convincing.
eats, but he eats only twice in the day, for example.
Okay.
I eat 5 times. And in my house, he's just the guy we always look at. Like,
Fair
you
enough.
have a charity person, poor person who's come and we're all
Aaj bhi
eating.
aa gaye.
Everybody's like pulling and pushing
Yeah,
and
yeah.
fighting and all. And this bird is eating 2-3 bites and I'm full. Bas, that's
Okay.
it.
Fair
Why
enough.
did we go to Vijay from Tyson, one of the greatest warriors the world has ever seen? And
That's
then
how your
to
brain
Tyson.
works, Cyrus. There's
Yeah.
no control of your brain.
No, but I felt very bad. I felt so sad.
I get it.
What a great force. And then to see this rubbish, but for money. Talk about prostituting yourself for money, for 20 million bucks.
Dude,
in
20
one
million
shot.
is huge, man.
For you and me, but why does he need it? He's got some flourishing businesses and all that he started.
That's
And
true.
he's part of that Joe Rogan elite group of all of them have they're influencers with huge reach and markets. So they make money, bro.
Doesn't Mike Tyson also have his own podcast now?
He has his own podcast, and
Yeah.
he's in that inner circle of 10 people you'll see who
Yeah.
are pushed across the internet. For guys like us who follow,
That's true. Yeah.
he's in that group of top 10 Joe Rogan chamchas.
Yeah.
If I dare call him that.
He's not a chamcha.
He's not a chamcha, but he's part of that group. Elon Musk and him are the 2 celebrity figures.
Okay, sure.
And then you have these other guys, the comedians like Andrew Strauss and all that.
Talking
Yeah.
about Elon, he's going to be part of the Trump's cabinet, dude.
He's going to be the number 2 guy. Tulsi
Yeah,
Gabbard and him
like
are.
efficiency. He's
Yeah.
going to be heading the efficiency
That's like
division.
with Trump. I'll make up stuff.
Yeah, dude.
I don't have to follow the old format.
Yeah.
I'll just say,
It's
you are
so
ready.
easy.
Yeah.
He's just going to be firing people. He's going to be like,
But
hiring less and
to be honest, to be fair, a lot of that would happen whoever comes to power.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to do? I mean, they want their people and all that. That's going to happen.
Yeah, fair. But
Yeah.
I think he's actually, so what he did to Twitter, right? Now it's looked at like, oh, it was a good thing. Because
Yeah.
back then when it was happening,
But he was fighting for freedom of speech, actually,
that's true.
at that point. When they were
You didn't
kowtowing
realize.
to the left,
Yeah, exactly.
in the west to the left and to the right in other countries.
Yeah,
I don't
correct.
want to name countries. Okay, so they were kowtowing. Why were they kowtowing?
right.
When there's a free
You're right.
platform, it's a free platform. His point is, if it's a free platform, I want to be a free platform.
Correct. It should be
So
for
on
everyone.
that note, I will be supportive.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But I think basically what he did when he joined Twitter was he started, letting go of people, making it more efficient, so to say. That's what he's going to be, I think, part of this thing here, man.
But look what he did. He removed 40% of the personnel.
And it's still working fine.
Yeah, so many families got destroyed. Kids are starving.
I mean,
become refugees and trying to
fairness
get
to
back
him-
into America.
In fairness to him, his company is his company, dude. He has to make it.
That's
a
your
business.
thinking. When
No,
IBM sacked you, this is what you thought?
I didn't
When you
sack me.
cried for 3
I
days?
quit.
Oh, touch the chord there.
With
Touch a nerve, boy,
with
Prithvi.
a 1%
क्या
dignity.
हुआ?
still
खाने में
intact.
क्या है?
A couple of little
Okay.
bit of dignity still intact. That's
Fair,
it.
fair,
That's
fair.
it. That's
Okay,
all I have.
I'm just he left on his own accord, guys.
No,
He laughed on his way out saying,
Ah.
I don't like this place anymore. But
Dude, you get some huge amount of
somebody-
money nowadays, dude. Someone
some-
given
no.
$200.
somebody said I should fight Tyson and saying I'm bigger than him. Let me tell you, Tyson was 227 pounds. I'm 187 pounds. He's 5'11", 5'10 and a half, and I'm 5'8" at best if I stand tall. So there's a huge difference. And at 227 pounds, there was no problem with his physique and all that. All that was good.
Yeah.
The problem was only that he's old and he's too
Yeah, that's
slow
true.
and he's
Yeah,
tired and he's got
yeah.
heart issues.
I'm
Man,
sure, dude.
It's like fighting your great-grandfather.
It
you know?
is.
You shouldn't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
I mean, you should, but not
Yeah.
every day. And
But
not with a
can
worldwide
you
audience.
imagine? Everyone was hoping that Tyson would pull through
Yeah,
and
can you
somehow
imagine?
win, right?
This
How
Tyson was
epic would that
hated
be?
in the first half of his career as this brutal beast,
Yeah.
evil man kind of thingy.
Yeah.
Now is the world's most loved human being.
Yeah,
And the poor Jake Paul, who's actually not done anything bad in his life.
dude,
really,
he
put together.
like
Yeah.
so when the announcers were announcing both the players at the very end, right? There was the last match of the main highlight match.
Yeah. You see the women before that?
Dude, brutal.
They were fantastic.
Amazing.
I like to see women fight, bro.
Man, it almost psychs you out even
They
more.
were they fought like real warriors.
Dude,
and
absolutely,
they
dude.
made it look even
Brutal.
worse because
Yeah,
these two young
absolutely.
girls going at it toe to toe.
Dude, it feels like
Look,
they just
look at you. You're
they're just
fighting.
going
You're
at each
boxing
other's
like
faces.
a gay man, but that's fine. That's fine. It's not your thing.
You get it? It's
In
just-
Panchgani, you didn't have boxing?
No, we're not boxing. We had table tennis.
I had a friend today at the table who was discussing the fight with me and put his thumb inside his hand to, which is,
Oh, dude.
I mean, to break your thumb.
Yeah, of course, man.
So he's never thrown a punch in his life, obviously.
Yeah,
Not even
yeah.
against the
No,
wall.
Also, people do this. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. People do this kind of punch.
This is
It's the worst.
this
You
is the
have to
worst.
do this, dude.
This is
Yeah. You also seen people do this, right?
Yeah. This is even worse.
Yeah,
It's
this
like, why do they do that? Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Wolf Gupta says, Cyrus, is South Bombay ready for the election? Is there any VIP movement because of the election? You and your VIP movements are
No,
famous. Are
VIP
world
movement
famous.
is not doesn't
World
stop
famous.
because there's election
Yeah.
or not election. That will continue. The problem is not that. The problem is they're checking cars for cash. I don't know if it happens in Powai. Probably not in Powai, but it definitely happens in certain areas. In Bandra, when you come off the highway towards Bandra, you'll get it. In Walkeshwar, you're getting it. In Marine Drive, you're getting it. My side, and then across the certain areas where they think people are coming with cash.
Sure.
Now the problem is this is not UP.
Yeah.
We have GPay.
That's
We have
true.
lots of other ways to work, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, yes, you would catch cars. What happened in Noida and all that? They've got cars with the whole car's filled with cash,
Wow.
and the Joker's driving it, and he's just transporting for X parties purposes to influence people to vote or whatever. This is very obvious. So that's been happening. So I was stopped once. So I'm on a Sunday morning, and the cop and the guy said, asking us license and all that, and I said, "What are you looking for?" So he was quite sweet. He realized that he's wasting his time. He said, "No, अगर आप लोग के पास cash है." So I said, "भाई अगर आप लोग के पास cash है तो मेरे को दे दो." He was very happy with that because he realized this.
At first, you probably thought he's asking for a bribe, right?
No. He was very polite and like
He asked for a bribe politely only.
the bribe they don't do anymore, no, because
Okay.
how do you do it through GPay?
You can.
You just give a cash extra, but then they have to cancel what they've done and all that because
That's
it's a
true.
headache. Yeah,
Yeah.
I try all that. I'm anti-bribe, but I still say, hey, bro. It depends on the age.
Oh.
If I get a cop like me, there's a chance. Get a cop like you, what's the chance?
That's
You'll be
true.
like, bribe kya hai?
Yeah.
I'm just here to irritate you. That's my job.
But man,
Yeah.
bribing is, I think, a very,
But listen.
very Indian institution. It should
No.
always.
What are you saying,
it
bro?
should- no. In a sense,
As much
we
as I
take-
like to make fun of India,
No,
trust me, it's
we
all over the
take-
world.
We take
Huh.
great advantage of it. I'm saying it should
Yeah.
always continue.
Yeah.
Never go away bribing.
But it's all over the world.
Please.
This is a big joke that the Western world doesn't have bribing law. It's
Like,
less, but it's there.
But I feel like हमारा जो 500 में निकल जाता है, 1000 में निकल जाता है,
I feel
वहाँ
कि
पे अमेरिका में नहीं
अपना
निकलता होगा।
DNA में वो option होगा. You know,
हाँ.
if you have to scratch the
Yeah.
surface, it hoga because somewhere down the line the guy will break and say, "Boss, you're
That's true.
right." Let's see.
Yeah, that's true.
Has to be done.
I remember Aziz Ansari, the comedian,
Yeah.
a few years back had come to India. and
The
he was doing
American
a
guy.
comedy show. The American guy,
From that show.
Master of
Parks
None,
and
Parks and
Recreation.
Recreation.
Yeah.
Yeah, great, hilarious. So he had come to India doing a stand-up show, and he was performing at Cuckoo Club. And as part of his show, and he asks a fully Indian crowd,
Yeah.
Bombay crowd, okay, so I hear bribing is very common here. How many of you have bribed a cop? Okay, every single person in the audience raises their hand, dude,
Including the cop.
including the cop. There are
Maybe kya?
250 or 300 people in the audience.
yeah.
Okay, it was a small show.
Yeah.
And can you imagine that? I don't think.
But that's
in
a
any
good
other
question
country-
to do as a census on the roads of one of our big cities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because at least my generation guys all
Yeah.
would have at some point. You have to.
100%.
Abhi sir,
even
100% at
every
some point.
generation, dude. Even
100%,
my generation has.
And I
100 or
remember
not.
our days, it was so nice. They used these two words. I'm talking about 90s. Chai pani.
Correct.
You don't hear that anymore.
Kharcha pani,
Wo
chai
say,
pani,
"Abbe,
correct.
abbe bolo, chai pani."
Correct,
Once that happens, the negotiation starts, and then the two humans,
Because the thing
with
is,
beautiful
dude,
minds getting together.
they know it's no longer just enough for chai pani. No, it's always in the thousands.
No, but they mentioned chai pani, so I would keep it as low as possible.
50
Then I would say, boss, आपके phrase है, भाई मैं क्या करूँ अभी?
What a great act.
हिंदी भी इतना खराब है.
Yeah.
अभी chai pani बोल रहे
Yeah.
तो चाय का ये price है, पानी का वो
Correct.
price है. Pani is free. It used to be free. After
It's
the
free.
Maharashtra elections, I don't know.
No, not happening.
Abhay sir, without the mic, is shouting 10, 20 rupees only.
10,
Can you give us a
20
date for your 10 rupees? Say cutting a lane, he stops you, $10. Which year? Say 1995, 999.
10 rupees for cutting a signal is insane.
No, it's a
dude.
lot. In 1995 was a
Wow.
lot, bro. $10.
Yeah, that's true.
I've done less. I've given change on a Sunday. I've given change. I don't know what it was, like 2-3 coins.
Can you
And he even said,
imagine?
he's telling me, I had a any 118, and he's telling me,
Yeah.
I'll never forget. कमाल है, आपके पास इतनी बड़ी गाड़ी है and all that, और पैसा नहीं है. So I said, आज तो Sunday है, पैसे क्यों रखूं मैं? This is a conversation between two adults. I mean, God, really. The future of India is bright.
Talking about money and bribe.
It takes some of the comments, no, Baba. Silver, doing accents. Naren won't let you go. Your American, your Aziz Ansari, Tamil American guy from there that you are doing from your Pawai, Punjabi,
Correct. You get it?
Panchgani,
Yeah,
you know,
there's a lot of
ethnicity.
inception. Yes.
Yeah.
Abraham
understand
Varghese has a follow-up comment on what we just talking about. Cops are underpaid like crazy. I would take bribes if I was a cop. Why suffer and die under the sun for no good reason? That is, yeah, fair
So my
point,
wife,
man.
the leftist, she always tells me, because I fight with them a lot and argue with them a lot. She always says, you should understand how hot it is for them, this, that, and the other. So there's one way of looking at it. But my point is that it doesn't change the fact that you're bullying.
You're being an
playing
asshole.
the role of a bully.
Yeah,
You know,
correct.
I do empathize. We have on occasion given them. Remember, I used to get Pepsi free, so I've given them free Pepsi on my area.
Oh,
Sometimes my mother, not out of charity, my mother would say, throw it all out now. Because I used to get, I'm the only guy when I was, when I was endorsing it, but I would collect it. The truck would come and they would give a crate free.
That's great. Yeah,
So now
yeah.
imagine if you don't consume it for first month, it's great. 3-year
Yeah.
contract. So after say 9 months down, you stop consuming it. You're bored of it.
Yeah.
So I've got like now 50, 60 bottles of freaking, and my mother would say, now give it to people. So I'm off with in my Maruti. I've taken the bloody Pepsi and I used to give it to cops and everything.
Dude, they must love it, dude.
They were very happy.
What a great
They were very
thing
happy.
you did.
So was my leftist wife. But then 20 minutes later, VIP, and it's like, chal. I'm like, chal where?
Yeah.
Triple parking, we can't move. They also don't know who the person is. You know, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
horrible system. It has to change.
Dude, also townside, you can't park anywhere.
If Shinde loses, you know what the big problem for my area?
Yeah,
The
what?
posters will change.
They won't be
Not a
restricted.
headache.
Yeah.
We're just getting used to these posters because you know, we cover the kids' eyes and all, no, so they don't
Yeah.
get scared.
Right now, what's happening with the posters? Who's on the poster right now?
The second Shiv Sena Part 2
Bajpa.
alliance with Bhajpa.
Oh,
So that's one group of people,
okay.
of which there have been a few people changing sides, like Ajit Pawar, if you remember the last
sure.
election.
Yeah,
He may change sides again, apparently, if the
really?
numbers are a little tight.
Okay.
I'm going to talk to some famous journalist in a little while as well about this.
Okay.
No, don't say, oh, okay, this is India now, not just Maharashtra. Nothing. What I wish people please understand, there's only one thing about Indian politics, or maybe world politics, actually world politics, and that is they're not tied forever to anything.
That's 100%.
And there's a secularism to that, which is beautiful.
Correct.
So why are we worried? Don't think a right winger is a right winger, left winger is a left winger. Don't think a communal, anti-communal person is like that. He'll change tomorrow and become Mother Teresa.
Correct.
If you give him a fucking seat.
Correct. That's what I say, right?
So
in
I mean, that's
Bollywood
beautiful.
and politics, कोई
Gives
किसी
me
का
hope.
सगा नहीं है.
हाँ, तो hope है ना.
Exactly. Yeah.
In the words of my friend who married a girl called Asha, choti si Asha.
Can you imagine in this kind of a world?
This is laughing at.
Choti
Yeah,
si Asha.
fucking hell. I hate this audience, man.
Choti si Lata. All of that. Can you imagine in this kind of world how insecure you must be about who you can trust and who you cannot? Because you know you're getting backstabbed in an
We are
instant.
joking about this. Can you imagine what happens if there's horse trading going to happen at the last minute? If it's
Yeah.
19-20. If it's
Dude.
19-20,
Correct, you're
Ajit
right.
Pawar will say, okay, I want to go back to uncle. He goes back to uncle
Yeah,
because they will not give him
cheap.
chief ministership. That's Devendra. They've already said that. High command has said that. Delhi has said that. So there's
Okay.
no question.
Okay.
So there's no, how will he get chief ministership? He's a F it. I've given you 4-5. Let me go this way. And I switch the thing. And they may have to give him whatever they have to give him.
That's
and the
true.
whole thing can turn.
That's true.
And this is exactly how the first alliance came to power, if you remember, under the guise of the great one and only Sharad Saib.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'm very excited about this. While India may lose in Australia, at least this is fun for me.
Drama's fun.
Yeah. Because I don't have a dog in the fight, really. Who cares? Right now, Abhay sir, what do we really care?
Yeah, really.
Apna kya problem hai end mein?
Yeah.
वही है. Huh. Oh, we have to take a break.
Oh, there are breaks still?
Yeah, they've
Okay.
called Vidhan Sabha's
Cool,
messages.
cool. Chalo.
Bro, you're not taking any of these.
Yeah, we got it only questions after this.
No.
Chalo, we see you guys
And
after
comments. Traffic police took 10
Hey,
rupees
it's
from
been
me.
another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus chats with Anirban Bhattacharya about his dynamic career from producing Saudhan India and voicing Disney Pixar films to writing true crime hits like The Deadly Tyson and India's Money Heist. On Century of Stories India, Kunal shares the story of how 7 women with a small loan and a big vision founded Lichat Papad in 1959. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam Gupta sits down with Mahavir Chopra to unpack some of the biggest issues in insurance today with some essential tips for filing claims. On The Compounding Mindset, Ashton Doctor discusses how to protect gains in a fluctuating market, emphasizing the power of patience and offering tips for staying steady during periods of volatility. Folks, if you like our show, spread the word. Tell your friends and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. Follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You'll also find all our shows on YouTube by their show name, so do look out for them and have fun watching. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week: IDFC First Bank, Axis Mutual Fund, SBI Mutual Fund.
And we're back.
My God, so many questions, Baba. I don't think we'll have to do this next week. Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
we'll get to the questions for sure. But I have 2 quick stories that I really
Best that
want
we
to do.
read the question, don't give an answer and say next week.
Okay.
Let's just do that.
Hi Cyrus, how are you? Okay, moving on.
Lovely.
Okay.
Great.
So basically, the 2 stories that I want to do, one of them is from Thrissur in Kerala. Okay.
As usual.
Yeah.
The setup has to be
Lovely place.
geographical.
Okay? So basically, you know how cybercrime is so much on the rise. People are getting scammed left, right, and center. People get calls, old uncles, aunties saying, "Ki, acha, mere ko Aadhaar ka ye apna photo dikhao."
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, the story is to anyone who doesn't know that this fraudster in his one day trying to.
But he was set up, as you said, he was set up in the clothes and all that.
He wearing
Set
cop
up,
clothes. So
set up.
basically, he dresses himself as a cop,
Yeah.
trying to portray himself as a cop. So
I think
because authority
background
knows.
also looked
Background,
like
he had like files, folders.
Most wanted picture.
Correct.
Your picture
Those-
is there. You know, some cousin
Those
of his.
thick folders,
thick folders.
in government offices that you have those
So,
thick binder
Give it
folders.
to him that he's
Dude,
as an actor.
investment,
He's
yeah,
done
yeah, yeah.
preparation.
Correct,
Preparation
that's
to
true.
काफी किया उसने.
Correct.
Then
But the odds of this happening, okay?
Yeah.
He calls up, turns out he's talking to an actual cyber cell cop on the other side. And he doesn't know this. So the cop has clearly understood that this is what is happening.
he's
He's
also
trying to be
using words
scammed.
like brother. From
Yeah,
what I
correct,
heard.
brother.
Amongst cops, do they always interstate cops? Do they actually say things like, "Hey bro, hey brother, कहाँ से आ गया? What are you
Brother,
suddenly?
brother.
This is bravely fast
correct.
guy. He's talking to
Yeah.
someone deep in Kerala.
Yeah.
Going, hey bro, hey brother."
Lovely.
Very odd,
What are the odds? So anyway, so the cop has immediately understood what is happening. So he at first says, "Oh, sir, my camera is not working, sir, because the guy wants it. The fake cop wants him to do a video call. Okay. So like, sir, my camera is not working, and then the fake cop goes, "Hey, camera on ka hai?" or something like that. And the cop switches on, shows that it's himself, also in actual uniform.
Yeah.
The other guy freaks out, dude. He's like, okay, he does this. You can clearly see in his face. Then the main cop starts laughing, and this girl starts laughing.
But he starts telling him,
he starts,
आपके सारे
आप ये
information
मत
हमारे
करो,
पास है.
या सारे आपका एड्रेस हमारा नाम के पास है, ये मत करो, आप इसमें अच्छे नहीं हो, बेसिकली
नहीं, अभी टीम अभी पहुंच जाएगा आपके घर पे या whatever. I
he
think
says ये काम छोड़ दो, ये आपका नहीं है, ये आपसे नहीं होएगा.
So how does it end
He says-
then?
Huh?
How does it end?
This is the end.
No, post that, what happened?
Oh, they must have gone to his house.
Make it up now, bro. We're giving him a good story.
Oh,
here.
they went to his house and they beat
picked
him
him
up a lot. They got like
Yeah.
50,000 lakhs worth of rupees.
He learned 3 Malayalam bad words, and that's the good thing. So he can now, when he goes to the next state, he can pick up a fight at least and say
That's
something.
Great, dude.
But
What amazing
but
story. I love this.
I don't want to support a con man, but I like the fact that he worked hard. You know,
Yeah,
he
that's
got
true.
the thing, and except for that, bro, there are a few drops in performance.
You're right.
Yeah.
He actually put in money, right?
Yeah.
He probably rented but he bought the
Anupam
uniform.
Kher has a nice theatre workshop that he can join. Actor prepares.
I've done
Put a
that.
halka sa, you've done it. So
I've done
10% more if he had done, he would have crossed the line.
Yeah, correct, dude.
I feel.
Yeah.
Good
I'll
story.
do it.
Next. Jaldi,
Next,
we'll run out
the
of
second
time.
story, which again, lovely story, is out of Mehsana, Gujarat. I love my
Good, good.
locations.
You've taken 2 smaller places in India also. Very good.
Thrissur and Mehsana.
हाँ.
Mehsana, Gujarat में क्या होता है? October में a man goes missing from his house. Okay, so his family files a police complaint. They don't know where he is. Okay, a few weeks after that, the cops find a body. Okay, like a half
body,
like a half recognizable body. Okay, and they call the family. Okay,
upper body, lower body.
Decompose is the word. Decomposed body.
Decomposed body. Achha,
Decomposing body.
like
They
burnt.
No, like a human body.
Or just decomposing from death or
Yeah,
whatever.
from death. So they call the family, ki, hey, is this the man you're looking for?
And he had a mole on his penis.
Or something. I don't know. They recognize. Somehow they recognize. No, listen. No, somehow they recognize.
Auntie said, let me check Bunty's situation. Yes, it's Bunty.
Yeah. So the body was claimed by the family and presumed dead. And they do the whole, the funeral.
It's not him.
Thing. They are having his 13th. Like the 13th. Okay. So they're having like a...
People are there.
People are there. In walks the dude who's presumed dead.
So who the hell is this guy?
They have no idea. Now the cops are investigating whose body this was, dude.
But how bad can it be that you can't? I mean, there'll be things that, watch, something will be...
all of that. The family did not see it.
My wife would recognize immediately from the smell.
Maybe they wanted him
dead. Ye mera hoga.
Yeah. This is one of those movie plots. Firstly, pehli baat to TV
shows. What is all the relatives? For me, the story is all about the fact that they can't recognize
I think
him.
They wanted him dead. They planned it. They were trying to some insurance scam or something.
That makes sense.
What do you mean?
Because they haven't killed him and killed somebody else. What's the point?
They would have kidnapped him, kept him somewhere else, and
killed a second person. You're making them into top level killers.
Things just happened conveniently. They filed a police complaint. They filed a police complaint, and then a body showed up. They're like, "Yeah, this sorted. Good
I let the Panchgani plot go.
Yeah,
I find a lot of holes in it, but who am I to judge?
Yeah, Singham again is working. Meri story to kaam kar sakte yaar.
So I'm told he's got stock market debts and all that, which is
so he had like a few months back, he had like raked in a lot of like debts in the stock market and all.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll just disappear.
Maybe he was listening to Paisa Vaisa.
That's how it works. If you disappear, your debts also.
Listen, guys, don't take tips from us. We're just suggesting things. Don't listen to us. Amit just told us as you started the show when you were late, he had done this and pulled out, to use a phrase. You also did. Now he's being very conservative. He was very bullish. I wish he can pull out stuff. Amit was very bullish.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
you guys don't remember. These guys weren't there. But and he was telling me. You were also bullish, Baba. Both of you were telling me all the time that crypto.
No, I would no longer tell anyone.
That's another story now. Whatever happened. What I'm saying at that point, you all both were. Anyway, leave it. I don't want to point fingers.
That's true. No, you're right, dude. You're right in pointing fingers because it was the hype thing, man, back then. And we gave into the hype. I think that's what happened.
Anyway, you're a young single man at that point, so it was a different world.
Just trying to make
now you'll think
twice.
Money, man. Because I'm carrying the expectations of a Sylvie, for those who have joined in late, is about to get married in less than 3 weeks.
Cyrus, you haven't confirmed yet if you're coming or not.
But it's 14th, no?
It's 8th and 9th.
8th and 9th. I'll just double check, bro. I don't want to say and not turn up.
Come at least one day.
But I'll pay. I'll pay for myself if I come late.
Are you insane? No, man.
I know you have to give a head count, and you cheap bastards, you'll want the head count pehle se mere ko number de do gaando.
So see, Cyrus, you come for you will make space anyway.
Aur mere upar hai,
Cyrus, for you will make space anyway. But of course,
we drive in and drive out. Don't worry.
But
Lunavla, na?
Yeah.
It's not so bad.
Yeah, it's not. You'll be there in 1.5 hours.
No, not 1.5 hours.
2 hours.
I just did Ambi Valley was 3 hours the other day for some event.
Oh, we just went last weekend. It took us 140 minutes.
Is it Ambi Valley?
No. We went to
Lonavala proper, no? So about 2 hours.
Beginning of Lonavala.
Collect 2 hours for whatever.
Yeah, it depends on traffic. Yeah.
And how many guests are you going to keep overnight?
125 guests overnight. Both sides.
You paid for them?
Yeah, man.
Silvery, why, yeah?
Dude, it is becoming way more.
They won't even remember your name in 6 months.
Correct. It is way more expensive than we thought it was going to be.
Why 125 people?
We thought. So the thing is,
let them. Those who want to stay in the hotels, let them stay on their own.
I'll tell you. Basically, from my side of the family is only friends. No, only friends.
Only
and
fans,
cousins.
you mean?
Only friends and cousins of mine.
Oh.
And no like older relatives because my parents are like, hey, we are going through health problems. We don't have the bandwidth to entertain like 100 more people beyond Antariksh.
So you're on ageism.
So basically, I just have.
You don't want to
be the best thing ever.
75 ke baad koi kuch nahi hoga.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna have like young people from my side, from my fiancée Kirti's side.
Only old
everyone.
people.
Only old people. To balance it out.
So the whole thing will be which side are you from?
There's no need to ask. You know my age.
Life will change.
Okay, let's go. Next one.
Okay.
My thoughts on Samson not scoring in double digits. Yeah.
What do you mean? What not scoring? He's got 305 games. T20 games.
What more do you want, Abraham Varghese?
And as a fellow Malayali, what kind of question is this? Samson should be the first name on the sheet at the moment.
Yeah, Abraham Varghese, what is this?
In terms of T20 at least. I don't think there'll be any doubt about that. I mean, he's a special player. I'm a huge Sanju Samson fan.
Yes,
but his father went on record unnecessarily.
What did he say?
Because he's had a really good run just now and clearly he's one of our best T20 batsmen. And the father went and said, 10 years of he's 29, almost 30, that the career has been spoiled by, and he named these guys like Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Rahul Dravid and MS Dhoni. Which is not exactly true.
But
You get dropped over
saying
nobody. It's very rare that there's a real vendetta between someone and the other person.
Yeah.
Whatever happens in sport.
So accusing K, they didn't select my son into the
But
team.
they stalled his career. They kept dropping him, didn't give him a proper chance. All four.
But then everyone who's not on the team can feel that way.
That's what.
you know?
But the fathers feel
Yeah.
differently from the kids.
That's
Father
fair.
always
Chalo,
feels
fair. Fathers will be
like,
fathers, yeah.
being a father of
That's
7 children, I know what it's like, bro.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so Aisha is aware of the other
Yeah.
5.
Jake Paul's my eldest.
Oh, and then Mike Tyson is your youngest.
Yeah. I don't think Mike Tyson is the youngest for anybody anymore for that fight, bro.
Oh, man,
Sad.
okay.
Yeah. Cyrus
FN.
because Silvery has
Okay.
10 cars, says Mr. Bhatia. I didn't get the name. Bhatia, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
बोलो कि तूने अभी कुछ किया था ना? अच्छा.
Hey, Hamisha wants to know,
Hey,
Naren, have you joined the Discord server yet? So they're having a little conversation amongst themselves.
Yeah.
You should give them 2 minutes.
Oh, there is a that filmy game show Discord also.
Hey,
if you are
you kept the
interested.
name.
Yeah, man. I mean, no, I changed that.
Vakil ko bulao.
I changed just to do that, and it's a very fun.
One
show.
second. IBM, it was just another.
Just a filmy game show.
And now it's?
That filmy game show.
I like just.
I do like just.
Why can't you put both then?
Just that a filmy game show. That's just a filmy game show.
Just another filmy game show that.
Okay.
Huh? Let's just say you're from Haryana, and it's the way you came up with the line. And
Please.
who's going to argue?
Yeah,
Because
I hope
like
you guys are
just
following.
makes it sound really casual and like
true.
I like keep just.
Yeah, I can't now, man.
Why?
I don't.
You
I
didn't
don't own
speak?
the name. I mean, I've
What?
talked to him a lot, but
And?
I've not gotten through.
Oh,
Yeah.
break
But-
in communications.
It's
So
fine,
don't
dude. It's
blame
all good.
Arab-Israel issues and all that.
Yeah.
We can't talk about
I'm
small
actually-
things like this. How do you expect war to stop?
I'm a part of multiple podcasts. I'm a big podcaster now, man.
Yeah. You're a producer
serious-
also of podcasts.
I'm hosting and co-hosting.
Yeah, this
two
young girl
podcasts.
who we met that day.
Urjita.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was on my show, That Filmy Game Show.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
also
not
also
Urjita,
host with
the other
Abbas
girl.
and Snehal. I host a show called Pop Conversation on Filmy Colada YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Also on
You've
Spender
employed
Vendor.
Abbas.
No. If co-hosting with him. If only.
Oh.
Then I'm producing a show called Spender Vendor for two of my friends, Govind and Hoshang Mani. It's a podcast about bad spending and
Okay.
celebrating bad spending.
Okay.
Each show,
So this is for poor people who don't have money to feel bad.
kind of, in a
Yeah.
way, basically,
Yeah.
each
I like it. Just spit on people.
You
They
know
have
how-
nothing, and you're telling them what you did with your money, which was
Yeah,
wrong.
short,
Yeah.
like the concept of the show is like, you know how we all buy dumb, ridiculous things at some point in our lives where
Yeah.
we'll buy it and use it once,
Yeah.
or we buy it and we realize, oh, it's not
Thank
that
God we
useful as
stopped
we
charging
thought.
for the podcast because they'll all send that only.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So people can bring their subscription of Cyrus Says to
Yeah.
the show and then
Yeah.
talk about it, defend its purchase, and
Correct.
that's what the show is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Very
like this
cool.
idea. This is all
Very
your
cool.
ideas. We should.
Yeah, this is like I
IVM
was part of
lost his
developing it.
Powai's gain. He lost
I mean,
a
yeah,
genius. Damn you.
It was.
Amit, if you're listening, retain this boy. He has only one
Should have,
fault.
man.
He has no idea what time the show starts. Other than that, he's
It's way
great.
beyond now. I've moved on, guys.
So let's take some more.
Let's please take some more. Abhinav SV has asked,
I don't know
Whom
why
are you
Karan
voting for,
says is saying Sama because Cyrus donated sperm in his younger days. I don't know what he's talking about, the context is, but thanks.
okay,
And it's true. And there weren't any donors. I forced myself.
okay.
Oops. That's not
Finally,
what I meant.
we'll read Abhinav
Yes,
SV's
yeah.
question finally because Prithvi has been showing it for like 10 minutes now.
But I like
Whom are you
Abhinav's
voting?
DP. Look at the picture.
Okay.
He's got this Satyajit Ray moment going on. He's looking casually. There's a lovely sunset with a mountain in the background, a river, and yet there's a feeling of a man who's preoccupied by the pain of his maybe a boil in his ass or something. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But that's what I like. It's 3-4 different layers of thinking are going on in the mind of the filmmaker.
I like it, man. Great.
What is the question?
Abhinav has said, whom are you voting for, Cyrus? Are you planning to make a video talking with people about elections on the election day, like how you used to when during the week that wasn't?
No, luckily we haven't started. Although I'm trying to push these guys to start while we wait for funding. So if we did that, we would do that on that show. There's no point doing it here. This is a small podcast which nobody listens to except you, Abhinav. But we are talking to a journalist. I think Sachin Kalbag is coming on. A very famous journalist who has to stay in the center, though he's slightly leaning left. Otherwise, we'll never hear of him again. So
Okay.
we're going to talk to him and get his viewpoints. I hope it happens. But I should never say something when we haven't shot it.
Okay, he's one of those fearless kind of.
Nobody's
journalists.
fearless. This is India.
Well, yeah,
You're
true.
fearless for India when you're outside India. It's
That's
like
true.
that. Yeah.
That's true. You can't say anything.
Yeah. But he's they will speak their mind a little bit. Also, Maharashtra is very murky politics, no? Because jo idhar hai, wo abhi udhar hai. So come on, let's not take it too seriously.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
What about you? You'll be voting for Lotus?
I'll be voting for
Lotus,
whoever's-
no.
I'll be voting for whoever is best for my constituency.
What's your
हमारे Banda constituency में in Bombay, it's
Bandra?
Baba Siddiqui. So that's what I'm voting for.
No, that's below the belt. But what about Powai?
Oh, I have no idea, dude.
Where's your domicile?
Powai
constituency?
only, yeah.
So who's standing?
I have zero clue.
Zero clue.
Zero. How would I
Will
know?
you go to vote or it's too early?
Oh, I don't vote.
Why don't you vote?
I just haven't last two years. Last 2 times I haven't voted.
You know what rhymes with vote, no? Truth.
Chot is also. I got
That's
chot,
pain.
so I didn't vote.
What the hell, yeah.
Yes.
It's a totally different joke, bro. Yeah. Okay, done.
Okay.
He's not going to
Next.
vote. That's
Maybe-
so sad.
Aniket Paul has said, what do you do when there is a collision between the car you're driving and an auto rickshaw driven by a dwarf? The public sympathy is with the rickshaw driver, but how do you turn it for you?
Well,
Why did it
Meghnad and
become
me, same thing
heightest?
happened. Except he was driving a scooter and I bumped into him.
Oh,
Remember Meghnad?
Of course, Meghnad, yeah.
Yeah.
Met him.
So immediately the public, it's public make a social sort of justification on the visual. Poor person, poorer person, majboori. Then height means he suffered all his life, lack of height, etc., etc.
Sure.
So the public have passed what is called judgment. They are judgy people.
Yeah.
So his problem is now, what can we do? Because it happens very quickly. No, I would run. There's nothing you can do because they've decided that you're the
That's
bad
true.
guy.
You're fucked.
Technically,
yeah.
you may not have been, but they're just going to see the visual of this guy coming out. So that's why
Same thing with the bike, the rickshaw, the bigger guy, the bigger car guy, always in the wrong.
always, and also
Rough.
your age. Like you've had a
Fuck.
couple of fights
Yeah.
because you're a young, trendy, urban male.
Correct. Yeah.
You're always the hate. You'll be the guy they'll attack, even though you
Correct.
have been a very nice man and driven slowly. But the 81-year-old lady whose leg you ran over, who will never play
Yeah.
football in her gully again.
Yeah, she kicked
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I mean, and they just made a judgment, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this
Her
is-
husband was very abusive also.
But he was only 19, which was a very weird thing.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
All right.
Just
I hope you answered the question somewhere. Yeah.
Harvesh Pakasad, hey man, long time. He asks, Cyrus, with the ambitious plan of taking the coastal road till Virar from point, feels like your neighbors are listening to you. Time is right for you to stand for BPP chairmanship. Thoughts? What is BPP?
Bombay Parsi Panchayat,
Oh,
arguably the richest body in India, barring maybe the BMC. It's no one can say for sure. There's no auditing going on with any of these big companies. Yeah,
But isn't the BMC bankrupt?
no, it's not bankrupt.
No?
Where do you get this bankrupt from?
I thought like the coffers of Maharashtra government and all was like
The
pretty
Maharashtra
good.
government is a little different from the BMC.
I know, the
BMC is Maharashtra government. Nobody knows who the government is also. No,
That's
what's
true.
happening
So
there?
paisa kahan ja raha hai?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't say that. BMC is very. If you're getting a job in the BMC, take it.
Okay.
Forget this comedy, this podcast crap. Get into the BMC. You'll do very well.
Okay.
I can just see you, Silvery, one day getting a special plaque. He did so much for Mumbai. Actually, never even came to office. But the point is, after 30 years, they give you something special.
Great.
Yeah.
But yeah, would you? What is the question again? The
What kind of
BPP
anchor?
Would you become the president of BPP?
No, man. It's a very the
Time-consuming
only
job.
time where the Parsis look really bad is the BPP meetings, where the women fight with women and all that. Physically, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you just abusing and
It's
shouting.
like your parliament.
It's like Korean parliament. Yeah, but our parliament is
Oh.
not that bad. That 3-4 parliaments in the world where the fighting is every day.
Yeah. sure.
Korean, Venezuelan, those kind of.
Yeah.
It's that level. Which, for some reason, they just physically abuse each other.
Okay.
So I'm a little worried. I would not like to be. There's just too many bad rancor and pain and anger that is out of control. Suddenly, Parsis are no longer Parsis, and this is never seen. Normally, the Parsiness goes out of the window, and you start looking like residents of India from other states whose names I can't mention, but 9 come to mind
Okay. fair enough.
immediately.
Like, have you do you find like cultures of other religions interesting? Like in the sense, if you ever had to be born as another religion, have you ever thought of this?
I only think of the good things,
Yeah.
like in each religion, like the holidays that each
Yeah.
religion gives
Sure.
you. I don't like when the rules are very strong. I'm
That's
not good with rules, yeah. So this fasting and all is not for me, bro. I can't bear it. The thinking about, because it happens too often in all religions have fasting. Parsis have
Yeah.
a few fasts here and there. Those things are tough for me, really. Then eat
okay.
this, don't eat that. I mean, there's enough problem with food anyway.
So
I mean,
is there
but-
like Parsis on Sunday? Do you guys have like a Jewish kind of thing where you can't eat pork or something like that? Is that a thing?
No.
Nothing like
No,
that. for Parsis.
That's the Abrahamic religions who did away with pork. That's just
Okay.
Judaism and Islam.
Huh.
Yeah. The rest of the Parsis were fine. They ate whatever is free. Yeah.
Okay. Fun
And
times.
whatever your neighbor had.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Next
What
one
a stupid question to ask, though. 10 points.
for the religion thing.
Yeah. I want you to join the BPP.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. I will.
Lots of money.
Make
brother.
sure.
Lots of money. That's for sure.
Sure. Okay. Fair enough.
I think the BPP can take over Maharashtra. We have the money to do it. The whole state. We can run the whole state.
Oh.
Can you imagine? Everything in Marathi, cancel everything in bad Gujarati after that.
Correct, dude.
Everywhere you look, huh?
So much power.
Can you imagine the change that will happen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bolo.
Saurabh D has asked, AMA for Silvery, how are you feeling hearing One Piece is in hiatus because of Oda Sensei's health issues? Do you know what?
That thing that you anime or whatever, no?
Wow, I'm impressed. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just guessing because you guys talk about it. In the
Correct.
old days, you guys, you and a few others really liked. Amit and you were both into it, I think.
Amit wasn't really.
No?
Amit was.
Who was the
wasn't
partner? An
fancy.
anime partner that you would talk with? Don't look at them.
I don't remember. There was no one else
Okay.
here.
Okay. Maybe you're talking to yourself, but I imagine there was
I've told you
someone
about it though before. Yeah.
else.
So
Answer.
One Piece is the highest selling manga in Japanese comic book in history.
Yeah.
It's number 2 only to Superman at this point. The thing is, they are on a hiatus right now because their creator Ichiro Oda is really unwell because the state of the industry is such that they demand a lot of extra hours of work. I don't know how to make this interesting. People who are interested will be like, yeah.
But I saw Wolverine and Deadpool yesterday.
Yeah, that's not anime, but
I know.
yes.
But I saw it was not nice, and I really liked Deadpool before that.
It was
going into this time
fun.
thing and this multiverse shit. And all I like Deadpool on the streets repetitive. Of American cities where he's having normal, bad, cheeky conversations. irreverent moments with people.
Fair enough.
They took away that.
So the thing is, I think Deadpool.
The only thing Wolverine, I liked was the dog with the bad tongue.
Funny.
Remind me of a girlfriend, but I won't.
Deadpool Wolverine was basically, I feel like, meant for fans who
Yeah.
have been following the franchise for 20 years.
He's the head writer,
movie.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
So also Wolverine was in the shadow a little bit, if you ask me.
But it was always going to be a Deadpool movie, right?
Yeah.
It's more a Deadpool movie than a Wolverine movie because it's Deadpool 3.
In the North, they say Dadpool. So it's DAD.
Correct, sure.
That's true.
That's that's you in
Bengali man laughing at any
Deadpool
jokes about other
costume.
ethnicities. He feels very happy. Just look at that. Oh, North Indians can't say dad. They say dad.
And in Bengali, it is Dod.
Toad. Dod Pole. And every time you say it, it's like he's made an entrance. Dod Pole.
So basically, I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine is not meant for the average fan.
Stop criticizing the old man. I saw it, didn't like it.
It's okay. That's fine, man. Well, what have you liked? What is the recent movie
I like Deadpool 1 and 2, whatever, the normal ones.
Okay.
I love them actually. I really enjoyed the character and his style and all. Really liked it. I like Wolverine, the old ones.
Have you watched any of the Hindi Bollywood films that have been coming out?
Shaktimaan I'm waiting for.
Oh, Shaktimaan not going to come out for a while.
Why? Well, yes, just decide.
He's still not decided.
He'll decide. By the time they roll.
He can't let go of that role.
I think he wants someone to say, boss, tu hi aaja. His whole thing is...
Whenever the media tells him this, he's self-aware with that also.
And what long answers he's given about Ranveer saying what is wrong with him. Boss, just say no, man. Don't tell us 200 things.
Like he's like लो ये कह रहे हैं कि मैंने रणवीर सिंह इतने बड़े कलाकार
नहीं
2.5 घंटा वेस्ट किया
चड्डी का what's it called चड्डी का what was the thing the photo that he took he's mentioned that
naked photo
हाँ so he said वो ऐसा गंदे काम करके how can he be शक्तिमान का नाम खराब करेगा
then he also said
Shaktimaan is all about ethics and morality and and he would never take a picture in his underwear. This is a man wearing the underwear outside. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, correct. So that's why he'll make sure underwear तो है ही कुछ भी होता है. He also said no to Tiger Shroff, by the way.
Yeah, too young. Or no respect because he's too young.
Like he's child among children or something. He said.
So a child asked him, "Can I go to the toilet?" Whatever the child would disrespect him and whatever. I can't remember. Something like that.
Why are you this bothered by it? Just you will make money. You own the IP.
I think the fact that there are 2 stars from this generation who are willing to play Shaktimaan. Like if you grow up like I did, I mean, I would be like, it would be part of your punishment, no? Bro, you've done such bad work. Now we are going to make you play Shaktimaan to teach you a lesson. But no, by choice they put their hands up.
The thing is, like there are certain people in my generation, a lot of high percentage of people in my generation look very fondly back at Shaktimaan because
it's like hello friends. We look fondly at it.
Correct.
In a way. We do look fondly at it, but let's not fool ourselves.
No,
it's
people really loved it as kids because kids, this is targeted for kids, right?
Yeah,
so my generation
because there was nothing then to compete with Shaktimaan also.
That's true. So again, that's what if they remake it, they would
Shakti,
update
one
it.
more man, there would be trouble. It was just this one.
But the thing is, they would update it if they were making it today. They would make it a lot more current.
True. So casting these high-profile stars is a good idea.
Yeah, correct.
So
I don't understand.
Who does he want?
Like also, exactly. What does he want?
I don't know.
Ranveer Singh is one of the biggest.
Because
you're not gonna get bigger than Ranveer. Ranveer is the only one.
Child-friendly stars, like kids like them.
Yeah,
younger generation likes them.
I would say, that makes sense.
I don't understand. P Diddy is one option because he likes kids.
Yeah, correct. Dude, Usher and Bieber were probably in Diddy's thing.
My daughter told me all this. Urjita's told me all this. It was scary. Yeah.
Oh, dude, what a thing, dude.
And Usher was one of the cleaner guys, I thought.
Dude, also apparently the way Usher got out of Diddy's
is to give Bieber.
Yeah, you've heard this also.
She told Urjita told us the
That's
whole story.
insane
You
to
don't
me,
listen to
dude.
the podcast, award-winning podcast.
Oh, sorry,
every-
man. I listen to
every
it so
Monday.
much. I forget sometimes
Yeah.
what are the points that are being spoken about.
But it's unbelievable. It's so sad. If it's true,
Crazy.
it's just scary.
It is,
Yeah.
man. It is. Yeah,
There's also a shot on the internet of Denzel disrespecting Jay-Z, who tries to meet him in an NBA game, puts his hand on his shoulder, and he just pushes his hand off and walks off. So there's also in the Bollywood world, they may have known, that this shit is happening and that, so no respect for a lot
dude,
of them.
I'm sure
By
100%.
the more
people do.
conservative
Correct.
Hollywood stars like Denzel. So there's more to it.
Dude, there are videos of Kevin Hart hosting.
I want to
these
know
parties.
about Kevin Hart. I'm quite fond of him. Is he also
Dude,
one
I
of
love
this?
Kevin Hart,
You
but
think?
dude, the thing is, I'm not sure.
He's in the home videos, no?
Yeah, dude,
That's
and
scary.
he's the one who's hosting them.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
So
talking into the camera, he's the guy. dude.
and one of them, it looks like they spend the night and they're waking up or something, right?
Oh no, they talk about. So basically, Diddy is like just has the usher under his arm and all whatever. Okay, and Kevin is also right standing next to
They're
them.
like two gossiping aunties. Keep
Yeah, they
going.
do. But so Diddy basically the crazy that he says this. What he says, when we were kids, Usher and I, when we would get up in the morning, and it was seeming like they get up together.
Yeah. I saw
So
the
he
same thing,
corrected
yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
So he stopped himself. Like we used to fight for the frosted flakes on the breakfast, and then Kevin, after hearing this, he goes, "Man, nobody else will admit what I'm about to say. Did he just say he and Usher used to fight for frosted flakes? What are we supposed to think of that, man?" And so that's like part of the thing.
So what do you think? Was he there?
Kevin, I think, yeah, I
Chat,
don't
what do
want
you
him to
think?
be
Kevin
a part
Hart,
of it. I
guilty?
think he could well be a part of it, dude. Very easily. He's
He's had some odd marriages also.
you
no?
saw that video of that woman's hair in the bathtub right next to Kevin catching on fire. So Kevin is sitting on the
Yeah.
side of the bathtub. This is a video that exists on the internet. Okay,
And they're blowing up a woman's
this
hair.
is a Diddy party.
Yeah.
Okay, Diddy's I think also in the
You
shot.
mean did he?
Diddy, he definitely did.
Hmm.
But Diddy's at the party, and they're like all these hot hired women in this bathtub and in this bathroom and all.
So whose hair is burning?
So the woman, okay, so Kevin's talking to the camera, doing his spiel, and a woman who's sitting with her back to a candle, her hair just catches on
But
fire.
that's by mistake.
That's my mistake.
Oh.
But I'm saying Kevin was so involved in all this stuff.
Yeah, but now we're speculating, bro. This is worse
This is
than
very
crypto.
speculative. Yeah,
We
yeah.
can't say for sure.
Alleged.
It'll destroy
All
his
alleged.
reputation forever.
Yeah, all alleged, dude.
Kevin
what
Hart
do we know?
he'll be left with only Big Boss. Nowhere else to go. So to be very careful. Yeah.
Again, another great Big Boss story also is out.
What? This is gossip?
It is very
Go for it.
gossipy.
Yeah.
So, Ashneer Grover was
Yeah,
recently-
he fought with Salman or something. I saw that.
Yes. So basically, he had been for years since leaving Shark Tank India. Right?
Yeah.
He's been going on interview after interview, talking about how he built Bharat Pay.
Yeah.
Part of his building Bharat Pay was hiring
Brand
Salman Khan
ambassador.
as
He says,
brand
I heard
ambassador.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he would talk about it like, oh, पूरा वट में. Be like, अरे मैंने तो रखा उसको brand ambassador. मैंने वो तो 7.5
और
लाख
पैसा गिराया
करोड़
or
मांग रहे
something
थे.
ना?
उसने
His rate को
उसने
गिराया.
4 करोड़ में मनवा लिया मैंने. जो भी ऐसे करके hyping himself up.
But he gave figures.
He gave figures.
Like X
actual
amount, and I
figures.
brought it down to Y.
He get 4.5 was the final amount. 7.5 is the ask,
Yeah.
is what we have been
Yeah.
told. So then he goes to Big Boss now.
Yeah.
Okay, and Salman is like, कि वो मैंने आपका वीडियो देखा
Hmm.
कि आप बोल रहे हो बड़े ऐसे वट में बोल रहे हो कि आपने
Doglapan
ऐसा
और
रखा
वो,
मेरे को.
हाँ.
हाँ, कि आपका बड़े एटीट्यूड में बोल रहे हो आप कि रखा. आपने नंबर्स भी गलत बोल दिए. मस्ट बी हाइपिंग हिमसेल्फ अप. आपने नंबर्स भी गलत बोल दिए.
So I haven't seen the video. of-
ये दोगलापन क्या है? He
It's
asked
the line
this.
he uses. But what is this guy's response?
He's so embarrassed, dude.
Like what?
His hand is in front of him, standing like with when you stand on stage.
If
you know,
Ashneer and Salman had a fight, who'll win? Ashneer's tough.
but Salman is gonna.
I think Ashneer will take
because
him.
Salman has bodyguards.
Yeah, but Ashneer has got Bharat Pay.
Doglapan. He has
Yeah.
a lot of Doglapan.
I would put $20. Why can't Ashneer fight Mike Tyson?
You'd pay him $20 through
See,
Bharat.
by the way, even Salman
Yeah.
is 58 or something. Aren't they around the same age as Mike Tyson? So Ashneer
yeah.
should fight Mike Tyson first.
And whoever wins gets to fight Salman.
Yes, that's
Nice.
it.
I
And,
would
and the
watch
winner
that.
of that
I would
fights
watch that.
Jake Paul
I would watch
again.
that. Netflix, make it happen.
Bro,
Yes.
Netflix.
Netflix,
Marathi
you're losing
version.
out, man. Abbas in the comments. He says,
Abbas in the comments?
Abbas in the comments. He says, wow, it's almost like Salman is speaking. Hope Lawrence isn't watching this.
Yeah.
So who's Salman? Am
Bro,
I
if
Salman
they
or you're
shoot
Salman?
if they shoot you, it'll be great for our publicity. I mean, it'll be sad, of course, but it'll be huge for us, guys.
I mean, shoot me after marriage.
Why?
Let this happen. I mean,
Then
we
you have to
already
pay
put all
you
this
have-
money
you,
into
you
it.
have paid everything. Oh, you can't. You
Already
paid everything.
Already done.
You paid upfront.
No, like part of it
50%,
upfront.
no?
Yeah.
So
But,
you die, you don't
huge.
pay the other 50%.
but it's
Unless
already
I step
a
in.
huge investment, man. Okay. Ashwini Kumar has asked, India seems underdog at BGT.
Yeah, man.
Except Bumrah, the whole team seems uncertain. Your opinion, sir?
Well, let's look at it this way. New Zealand series, nobody thought that New Zealand would come from nowhere with 1.5 spinners and win 3-0. So maybe, the romance of cricket will survive and we will go as underdogs now, in spite of winning the last 2 BGTs. And maybe we'll up, because I think on those wickets, our batsmen will be better. I know initially everything's going to be tough, as you can see in the A games that you're following.
Yeah.
But I think with ball coming on the bat, all our guys will be better. We actually, Robin Uthappa explained to us, please watch the episode, we're struggling against spin because we're not playing enough Ranji Trophy and, first class cricket. So we're not playing on the spinning tracks. There are only 3-4 really good spinning tracks in India at the moment. And we're not playing.
Wow,
so our guys are rusty against spin. They're not so against the ball coming on the bat. No, they're actually better than what the other generations were. So I'm a little... But it's not looking that great. I would say 3-1 or 3-2 Australia. But I don't think it'll be like 5-0. No, it won't happen. So don't panic.
So, I'm also, again, self-plugging, but I'm producing a cricket podcast also.
You go to Australia?
No.
Then what is the cricket podcast?
It's hosted by 2 comedian cricket
Yeah,
fans.
he called me.
Siddharth Dudeja
Yeah.
and Shamik Chakrabarti.
I'm coming
Please
on
check
that. I'm
also.
coming on that.
Please do.
Yeah,
Please do.
yeah.
Absolutely. And
In
it's a lot
January,
of fun.
apparently.
Very funny.
We're going to talk in January after the series, right?
Yeah, we can do that also.
That's what he told me.
Or we can
He
do
said
now
he's-
also.
No, he said he doesn't have dates. That we'll do Jan.
Dudeja told you we don't have dates?
Yeah, 3rd to 7th is the
I mean,
last
they've
test.
been asking me, get Cyrus this week also. I'm like,
So
what
they
are you
just
talking about? If you're
He
not
said,
free?
uncle, we'll put you in on the 8th or 9th of Jan.
Okay.
So 8th is
man, either
Elvis's
way.
birthday. I don't work the next day.
Okay, no worries, man.
Done?
All good. Yeah.
All right.
So that, please check out all my other shows, guys. My channel, please subscribe to that. Antariksh Takkar, That Filmy Game Show. Pop Conversation, I host with Abbas and Snehil. And Spender Vendor, I already plugged, and Crickheads. Please, a lot of things. Yeah.
All right. And for me, it's absolutely nothing. I got nothing.
Cyrus, please watch anything Cyrus does, anything and
Well, I
everything.
do nothing.
All his interviews,
Leave
all
me
his
alone when I'm walking my
podcasts.
dogs. Don't come and talk to me.
Let's do more, man. Let's create another podcast, Cyrus. Let's get you out of
Done,
IVM also.
done.
Yes.
And whatever
No,
happens,
please
the name
not,
of the
please not.
podcast
I'm joking.
starts with the letter J. No, it's fine. It's a fair playing field. Just. I like the
Yeah.
word just. So just is staying in all our names.
Yeah, we'll call it Just Cyrus Says.
Just a cricket show.
When you
just
leave,
a filmy show.
when you
Just
leave,
Cyrus
it'll be
Says.
Just Cyrus Says. Yeah.
Just Silvery.
It'll be the Just Podcast Network.
What do you think, guys?
Just a podcast network.
Do you have the money to employ all these guys?
Yeah. Plenty. What? 10 rupees a month?
I
fine,
request Prithvi to cut it before this
Yes.
point because otherwise we'll have to play this on
Yeah,
loop
yeah.
all the time.
I'll pay you as much as cops got bribed back in the 90s. Okay.
By one man.
Abhay sir, yes.
One man. I paid less.
Yeah,
This guy spoiled the market.
Spoiled the market.
10 rupiah, man. 10 rupiah. Think about 10 rupiah could buy. Okay, at that time, I was getting Milan Supari for 20 paisa in the 90s or 25 paisa a little later.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 I'd get in 1 buck. A little later became 50 paisa. So I'm saying 10 bucks I'm getting much more than I'm getting now. What will I get in 10 bucks? I don't know what is Milan Supari now. 2 bucks. It'll be ridiculous. It'll be, God knows. 5 bucks. Shut this podcast.
Okay, let me ask you then, before you end,
Huh.
how much do you think a cigarette costs nowadays?
No, but which cigarette?
Marlboro full-length cigarette.
Okay, so Kunal.
Don't tell him.
So when Kunal used to buy the carton, I'm trying to remember. It's to, I think it should cost about 20 bucks a cigarette now.
It's 18. You're close.
18 bucks, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I did the maths on that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Also,
Yeah.
they kept taxing it, so it kept going up more. They keep
Yeah,
taxing it more and
keeps-
more.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
really unfair. Such a lovely thing, and you just destroying
Lovely
a culture. People get to keep their mouth shut and put a cigarette in. Come on, for
Did
God's
you ever
sake.
have a smoking phase in your life?
Hate it? My dad chain smoked all my life. I hate the smell of cigarettes.
Oh, wow.
Even now, I've run away from beautiful girls who smoke cigarettes.
Really?
Yeah, they light up and I'm gone.
How good.
Yeah.
What about Kunal? Did
I
he
mean,
ever-
that's before they call the cops anyway. Why am I there?
was Kunal ever into? Did he ever have a habit?
Kunal was a chain.
Really?
Yeah. Kunal
Now
has
now
only
he's
half a lung.
completely free, right?
He has only half a LUNG and half a LUN. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, guys.